Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited for this one. Today, we're going to be talking about how to price your paid traffic services. So, let's get into it. Firstly, it's all ROI based. When you are, deciding on how you actually want to price your paid traffic services, it's entirely based on ROI. No brand awareness, no social ROI, no anything else that comes with some of the other packages or some Nota packages, some of the other services that you might offer. So let's get into it. The paid traffic pricing formula. Ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen anyone who's actually breaking this stuff down for you, which is why I think there is so much confusion in this market, in this industry. My goal with this, honestly, as melodramatic as it might sound, is genuinely just to save this industry, save this market, because so many people have been left confused. All right, so the paid traffic pricing formula. By the way, guys, this is a simplified version. Okay, this is a simplified version because if I got into the real thing and I broke everything down for you guys, it would take me an hour. Okay, so average value of a customer yearly times how many customers you think you can bring them monthly equals your value monthly. All right, now your value divided by 2 equals your service fee and ad spend. So basically what that means is after your service fee and ad spend, they get a 2x ROI, and that's the value you bring them, which basically means how much money you make them. So how to figure out their customers' lifetime value? Guys, it's all niche research plus tweaking with the client. So you have to do niche research. I cannot tell you how important that is. So guys, here's what you do. You go on Google and you look up lifetime value of a customer for gym, and then there's a bunch of different websites where you're gonna find different equations and stuff like that, and you just plug and play. All right, so lifetime value of a restaurant, and there's so many calculators and stuff like that online, and you go ahead and you just you play around, you tinker around, and go, look, if I have a restaurant that is, say, like on the lower end, but has brings in more customers, what would this look like for them? And then basically you find the yearly value. All right, so say if the calculator comes out with a lifetime value and they say that on average someone stays 4.5 years, then just divide that by 4.5 and that'll give you the yearly value. And we're gonna go over an example. Now, as I said, it's niche research and it's tweaking with the client, so asking them the right questions. So what I want you to do is I want you to show up to the meeting. So first of all, I want you to understand in a general sense your niche. In a general sense, what is the average yearly value of a customer for someone, say high-end, mid-tier, and low-end, and figure this out so that you have a rough estimate, a rough idea. Then when you get to your client, you can actually tweak it. Now, as I said, say for example for a gym or a restaurant, you can look this up on Google. Average lifetime value of a customer for gym calculator, something like that. And they will come up. You'll get a bunch of examples, and you can pull that up in a meeting and start asking your client these questions. And then by the end of it, you will have what is their lifetime value of a customer or yearly value of a customer. And they will be like, it'll blow their socks off, right? Because most of these people don't even know it themselves. All right. So let's hop back onto the computer. I'm going to give you guys an example as a dental practice. So if the average patient schedules 2 appointments a year for hygiene and exams at $400 each, and then a major case every 3 years costing around $2,500, root canal or, whatever it may be, then we can figure out that your patient's average lifetime value is $1,633 per year, correct? So this was calculated by taking $400 and doubling it for the exams, and then dividing $2,500 by 3 to get the yearly amount, right? So, in a crisis, $2,500 divided by 3, that's how much it costs on average. So the yearly customer value is $1,633. Now, the conversion formula. Now, this is really important, guys. You cannot sell on customers. You have to sell on leads, which roughly you then figure out how many leads convert into a customer. Here's why. Guys, if you bring them, say, 10 leads, you bring them 10 leads, but they convert none, they convert 0 leads, that's not your fault. You brought them all these leads. It's not your fault that they're fucking shit sales. Excuse my French. Get passionate, guys. It's not your fault that they're a shit salesman, right? So you need to break, the reason you have the conversion formula is to save your ass in a sense. So you go, look, if I bring you 10 leads, how many appointments does that entail? And by the way, guys, you'll have to change the terminology and stuff like that depending on your niche. You know, we're using a dental practice here. So if they go, look, 10 leads equate to roughly 6 appointments, right? So, you know, if 10 people show interest online through a funnel or through an ad or something like that, you know, that'll convert to say 6 appointments, like 6 appointments as in like 6 people actually come in and take the appointment. And now out of those 6 appointments, we actually get 2 customers. So look, if you run an ad saying free teeth whitening, you know, free teeth whitening, and then the next sort of like upsell is, look, if you call in right now and schedule an appointment, we'll actually give you like a free dental or like hygiene check or something like that, right? If you do that, then that's 10 leads. If only 6 of those people show up, that turns into 2 customers. So basically, you can figure out that 5 leads equals 1 customer to them. So 5 leads online literally equals 1,633 in yearly value to them. So $1,633 yearly value times 4 customers, right? So, you know, could you realistically bring them 20 leads? I definitely think so, right? I definitely think so. So 4 customers, which come from 20 leads, that equates to $6,532 in value yearly, right? So this is how much yearly new business you've brought them off of 4 new customers. All right. So $6,532 divided by 2 equals 3,266. The reason it's divided by 2 is I want to bring them roughly a 2x ROI, and I'll explain why in a bit. So $3,266 total, which is how much you should be charging so that they're making a 2x ROI. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take $2,000 service fee for this, and I'm going to spend $1,000 on ad spend. Now, I know this might seem a bit odd. I'm literally taking more money than we are spending on ad spend, and here's why. Why this ratio? Because the outcome is 20 leads. 20 leads, and you know, you figure out by talking to the customer that 20 leads equals converts to 4 customers, and you know how much a customer is worth because you've done the niche research and you've done the tweaking with the customer with the client right in front of you. So for $1,000, you only need to bring them 20 leads. That's $50 per lead. $50 per lead. It literally couldn't get any easier, guys. You're literally saying I'll spend $50 to get someone in for a free teeth cleaning or something along those lines. Or say you're in the gym niche, you know, $50, or for you maybe you can only spend $10 or maybe $5, whatever it may be. Maybe you can spend $100 to bring someone in for say like a free week. It literally could not get any easier, guys. So if they don't understand, walk them through this process. If they don't understand what you're doing here, if they ask, look, why are you charging me $2,000 service fee plus $1,000 and only $1,000 ad spend? You tell them, because look, I can spend up to $50 to bring you a lead, which is very, very easy for me. And the reason I'm getting paid $2,000 is because I actually know how to do this. I'm working off of value. At the end of the day, you know, you can charge them up to $3,200. In this case, we're only charging them $3,000. You go, look, at the end of the day, you're spending $3,000 nonetheless. It doesn't matter if you pay me $2,999 and we only spend $1 on ad spend. It's the fact that I know how to make your ad spend work for you. So this is redundant, right? You're paying this total nonetheless, right? I'm breaking it down this way because I'm confident that I can bring you this in ad spend, okay? Or bring you this amount between my ad spend and my service fee. So as I said, if they don't understand, walk them through this entire formula, right? As a business owner, you need to understand that this is all quite new to them. All they see on their perspective is he's going to charge me $3,000, or maybe you take these numbers, you divide it by 2, you can only bring them 2 customers. He's going to charge me $1,500. Like, that's all that they see. They don't see the math and that there's an actual equation and a formula behind this. And this is where I see so many damn other courses and gurus and stuff like that go wrong. They try to tell you, charge them $1,000. Why are you charging them $1,000? Can you even charge them $1,000? Let me give you guys an example. There was a gym in London, right? And they wanted to jump on for 1,500. It would have been £1,000. This was a few months ago. £1,000 ad spend or £1,000 service fee and £500 ad spend, coming up to £1,500. I sat down and went through this exact formula with him, and we basically figured out with his gym space, we could only bring him 30 new customers. 30 new customers, and his customers pay £50 a month. Okay? So I could literally only bring him £1,500 in new business a month. I could only break even for him because of the capacity of his gym space. So I didn't take that client on because I went through the formula and I figured out that, look, maybe I could cheat this guy for 2 months, but then that's going to come back to bite me in the ass. So all of these other courses and all these other people you're listening to, they're going to tell you you can charge $1,000 to $5,000 a month for this service. Why? You have to ask yourself this. You have to put yourself in the position of the business owner. You have to put yourself in the position of a business owner and go, look, if someone brought this to me, would this be a solid case? Would this make sense to me? Would I understand this? Would I get excited by this as a business owner? Say someone, this is interesting, do this experiment. Say someone, an agency said, look, I'm actually going to bring you marketing agency owners, or say I'm going to bring you marketing agency clients. Or just, if you have parents or if you have friends who own businesses, do this formula with them and run through it and see whether it makes sense. If you have a dad or a mom that runs a business, sit down with them and run through this equation. I get so annoyed that so many people feel because this was me, guys. I felt so isolated and frustrated. I felt like I couldn't bring any value to anyone because I was told just charge them $1,000, charge them $3,000. And no one ever told me to run through the numbers in my own head, right? And that left me so many times where the client was like, there's no ROI in this. And I couldn't even show it to them, or I didn't even understand it myself. So guys, follow this formula, right? Now, obviously there's a few more complexities to it. You can do that in your own time, because otherwise it would take me an hour, 2 hours to find out what the average lifetime value of a customer is for restaurant, gym, this, that. It would take too long. But look, if you don't understand, as I said, if they don't understand, walk them through this entire process. Now, the reason we want to go for a 2x ROI is because there are cascading effects that you will never get credit for. Guys, there are cascading effects in the fact that they're going to tell their friends. You are never going to get the credit for that. They're going to build their brand awareness the more and more that they actually grow. You will never get credit for that. So a 2x ROI, it's actually, it's much more likely to be higher, but a 2x ROI that is very, very visible and very, very clear. Because, this is going to be closer to a 3x ROI in the fact that, they're going to tell their friends, they're going to recommend to their friends, there are going to be referrals that come because of these new clients that you brought them. They're going to own their market, their space because of this. All right. And a 2x ROI because you always want to under promise and over deliver. You could easily, like guys, for example, in this example, $50 per lead, that's insane. You could easily be bringing them a $10 per lead, right? But the thing is, you want to under promise and over deliver. Now, action step. You have your niche. What is the average yearly value of a customer? To find out, look this up on Google. Find out, then type it into a PDF or a Word document and title this the client ROI formula. So, for example, if you are in the restaurant niche, I want you to go look up online on Google right now, how to find the lifetime value of a restaurant, a restaurant customer, or how to find the average lifetime value of a customer and restaurant. How to find the average yearly value of a customer for restaurants. And there's so many calculators and stuff online. And what I want you to do is do it for a small business, a medium-sized business, and a big business, right? So have those different tiers, anywhere from a diner to a Michelin star restaurant. And it's the same for gyms, anywhere from a gym charging $20 per month to a gym charging $300 per month, because that way you can understand the market, right? And I want you to go through this and pinpoint, and obviously, there's some numbers that you won't understand as you're not a gym owner, a restaurant owner, a dental practice owner, whatever it may be. But go ahead and try and plug and play and get something out of it. And then I want you to put that into, say, something like a Canva that I'm using right now to present this presentation to you, or something like a Word document or something along those lines. Make it official and call it the client ROI formula, and you can show clients this, or potential prospective clients this, when you actually go to them. And when you go to them and you're like, look, I'm on your side, I'm here to make you money, rather than just trying to pitch them and go, I'll charge you $1,000 and $1,000 in ad spend, and they're like, how many customers can we get for that? 30. It's just the stupidest shit I have ever seen. And the way that most people go into meetings, I find it almost disrespectful that they would talk to another business owner in that way, in that manner, and not know their numbers. Sorry, I'm getting fired up, guys. I told you, I want to come into this market, I want to come into this space, and I want to fix what has been broken by so many people. And that's the goal with this course.